What's going on, guys? HQ420 here. I am back in the building. You know how this is going down. We throwing bows on them. We shaking them down. We doing the shakedown. July 4th weekend. Hope y'all having a good one. Today's video. Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti. He's finally admitting those protests probably spread that CV. That CV-19. They probably got spread through that. Let's go and jump into it. Alright guys, another article. The Blaze. Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti admits protest spreading COVID-19 gets ripped for double standard. Well, of course, he should have got ripped. Should have got ripped to shreds. Everybody always telling me, I don't know if y'all checked out my last video, the churches were supposed to be the super spreaders. That's where the super spreader event happens. But obviously not. They said the Los Angeles County Department of Public Health has ordered the county's beaches, piers, and bike paths to be closed during the 4th of July weekend. Fireworks displays are also prohibited during the holiday weekend. Yeah, so now you get COVID from the sand and the water. You get COVID from standing on a pier. You get COVID from riding your bicycle on a bicycle path. But you don't get COVID from standing side by side at a protest with 10,000 people. And I mean, but that's the stuff I'm talking about, man. Like I said, but if you still all in on COVID, but they ain't gonna let you out that movie theater. You're stuck in there. I'm sorry. They ain't gonna let you out. You're stuck. They ain't gonna bring you no drink, no food, no water. They're gonna let you die in there. So they said Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti said gatherings with people other than those you live with are not permitted. Man, stop, Garcetti. Who are you, man? Are you gonna come now? Look, I'm all about folks who are into action. That's the type of leaders I'm in. I'm all in on. You know, if a leader come down and he was down there laying the law down and he told his folks don't show up at my house and he go into your door and say, hey, look, we having no folks, then yeah. But he just up there sitting on top of his hill making commands, having goons to do his bidding. You know what I'm saying? This is old school. He's the king and you're the serf. You know what I'm saying? So, man, don't listen to that nonsense. Hey, Eric Garcetti, how about you mind your business, okay? You don't want me to come see you, do you? I mean, if I get out, I might come see you. They said, I want to remind you, you still can't gather in groups. Whether you think you can get together to celebrate something like a birthday with folks who are not in your household, even if you know them or are related to them, that is still prohibited. Prohibition. You see how well that worked, don't you? They're like, bo, them more folk getting shot over it now than it was when folks were just drinking. So we gotta let this ride and rip, bud. This was stupid. They said the Democratic mayor said on Wednesday, gatherings and getting together with anyone except those who you live with will spread the virus. The virus spreaders. Super spreader. I mean, bro, they just hit you with whatever they can hit you with, man. Make you stay in your house and lose all your money. He said during Garcetti's coronavirus press conference telling relatives that they can't visit each other, there was a crowded protest going on outside the city hall. Now this is what they had outside. Look, it is. Man, I mean, they in there like, it's like a pile of ants. That ain't the super spreader event, and I'm pretty sure she's talking over that mic. She is, and somebody be like, well, they're outside. Man, the COVID don't care where you at. You that close together, they ain't no social distancing. I mean, why does the COVID care where you at? So, man, we're going to dodge over these protesters and make sure we land in the mouths of those people at church or sitting in the restaurant eating. Because they are the real criminals. I mean, come on, man. So you see this photo right here. This photo right here. Boom. Now it's like, man, don't go see your folks. You know, if you want to have 10 people at your house and have a cookout, you know, have a few drinks, shoot shit a little bit, cornhole, I guess. I don't know. I ain't a cornhole guy, but somebody might be. But that's wrong. That's wrong. You're gonna kill a grandma because of that. And then Dr. Drew Pinsky called out Garcetti for his hypocrisy. We should have. He said, I'll tell you one thing people cannot tolerate is hypocrisy or inconsistency. Penske said, then they will just not listen to you. And I think that's why we're getting some of the resistance to the thing we really need people to do, to distance and wear a mask. Well, I ain't with you on that, Penske, because I just ain't with you. I mean, man, stop, man. You keep distancing. How far? When's it gonna be enough? You ain't told me when it's gonna be enough. How many people infected, and then that'll be enough. If there's one infection, it's just over. We got to stop. I mean, y'all just they ain't giving you no data on when they gonna end the nonsense. They just telling you we're gonna keep it going. Instead and go about their life a little bit, not a lot of bit, but a little bit. He's right about that. You want to make sure you just go about it as little as possible. So, but they have been so inconsistent, and frankly, let's just call it what it is. They've been deceptive on this and unwilling to answer it. Well, yeah, they ain't gonna answer it. What's the point? I mean, if they answer it, they'd be like, well, I'm wrong. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, I ain't got much defense for those folks standing out there side by side yelling at the top of their lungs. Some of them masked, some of them ain't masked. Asymptomatic spread, supposedly. Which the WHO came out and said that it really ain't a thing. But, I mean, that's what they said. And so right here it said, Alex Michelson said, rarely do I get angry on the air, but this was frustrating. As Mayor Eric Garcetti told Los Angeles, you still can't gather in groups. This is still prohibited. Meanwhile, protesters were steps outside. That don't make any sense. And officials did nothing. Oh, they were right outside. So, I mean, I'm with him. Who gets to gather and who doesn't? You know what I'm saying? Who gets to gather and who doesn't? So, I'm right there with him on that. They said on Wednesday, Garcetti finally admitted that the public protests are likely causing COVID-19 cases to spike, despite a day earlier saying the opposite. During Garcetti's coronavirus press briefing, he was asked if the Black Lives Matter protests were causing an increase in COVID-19 cases. I guess he's like, yeah, BPC now. BPC. I done told people, hey, look, man, if you want somebody to believe a lie, you got to stick with your lie. When you start jumping all over the place, then people are just going to fall off the wagon. But look, the people that's still on the wagon, it's like, dang, bud, y'all don't think about nothing at all. It's just whatever somebody tells you to do. So they said Garcetti responded by saying that he had consulted with Dr. Barbara Ferrer, the Los Angeles County Director of Public Health, and she stated that the large demonstrations were a factor in the spread of coronavirus. But man, you just told me not to hang out with 4 other folks that I know but just don't live with me. If you think 10,000 people knuckle to knuckle, face to face, I mean, if something was going to spread, that seems like the super spreader event. But no, church is super spreader. They said, I talked again with Dr. Ferrer about that this morning. She does think some of the spread did come from our protests. Some from that, and some from folks busting over here from Mexico. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Man, they said in Mexico, they said, man, it's 50% positive. So they saying bump it. It's like, man, we ain't got time to be messing with this. You know how bad off it is around here. Cartel and all kind of stuff. Cartel ain't fell asleep. So, man, we got to deal with that. Said, it's not the acting protest. That's a great and American thing to do, no matter what your opinion is. But protesting without maintaining physical distancing, without wearing your mask, without having sanitizer, we just have to be smart. Boy, you just like, do what? Man, you in a protest, you ain't worried about no physical distancing. You out there shouting and ranting and raving, raising overall hell most of the time. And these latest protests, they've kind of calmed down now, but when they were busting stuff up, it's like, dang, bro. I mean, it don't even make any sense. He also says, we do believe there's a connection. We don't believe that everybody has been doing this safely. Wherever you can, please stay at home. Safely? Both folks are getting shot, drugged, businesses getting smashed in. What are you talking about some safety? What about the safety of overall people from getting whooped in the street? Getting all this stuff stole? I mean, y'all gonna talk to me about a virus in somebody's business that just got to reopen it and they go in there and smash it out, steal the stuff, then burn it to the ground. And you gonna talk about some safety from some COVID-19? But man, they just say whatever. They don't even care. They just say whatever. So they also said on Wednesday, Dr. Fair acknowledged that the demonstrations are spreading the virus. In situations where people are close together for longer periods of time and it's very crowded, we are certain that there is going to be spread. So we've never said that there's no spreading from people who were protesting. No. They came out with some stuff and said they hadn't seen nothing that indicated that, COVID-19 was spreading in these protests. You know what I'm saying? But they also didn't contact trace them at all. You know what I'm saying? They said don't contact trace those people. Yeah, because they'd be like, dang, bro, that stuff's it's a spike. But it's a spike of nothing. I mean, somebody go home, they'd be like, a bit of sore throat, take this, wake up next day. Yeah, I'm good, bang, knocked it out. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just like that. It's just like anything else. And then they said, we've been really honest. Really honest. They've been super honest. Honesty is a virtue. And said from the beginning that for any people that are crowded in situations for longer periods of time, which long means for us 15 minutes, where you're in close contact with people less than 6 feet apart, people are not wearing a cloth face covering, you have a heightened risk of either transmitting the virus if you're an asymptomatic spreader or getting the virus from someone else who is spreading because they're also asymptomatic. Now, hold on. So you mean to tell me you got a whole crowd of nothing but asymptomatic spreaders? You see, they just lying to you right there. They talking about they lying to you right there. There it is. Big old lie. Bunch of folks asymptomatically spreading. And what difference does it make? If there's a whole bunch of people just asymptomatic, what difference does it make? It doesn't make any difference. Look at the death rate. Oh, we shut down for some 0.2, maybe. It's probably less than that. Because they just pumping the numbers up. Man, whoever go in there, COVID, what he died of, even though he got a bullet in the head. He had COVID. I want to see George Floyd's death certificate because he had COVID. It better have he died of COVID-19. It better, because that's exactly what they were doing with everybody. So his death certificate better be COVID-19, because if he didn't have it, they'd have been able to save him. That's what they were telling people. They said we follow the data closely. Garcetti said there's no evidence yet that the protests led to much spread, though it's something that Dr. Farrer has hypothesized, but we haven't seen any conclusive evidence. I bet you ain't. Look, in closing, man gonna tell you to wear a mask. Look at this. This is a picture of Garcetti. People with no mask. People with their masks down. He in the middle of all these people. Dude. But all you got to do is just look. People, open your eyes. Please. It's killing me. I mean, exactly. This guy right here, enough is enough. He can't even spell it. I mean, when you misspell stuff, it gives it more emphasis. I mean, obviously. I mean, enough is enough. I'm right here with him. Tony McDade in the corner, too. Garcetti. Super spreader. He may be the super spreader. Y'all, California. Y'all need to just go against, man, everything they saying. Man, open your business up. Tell them to kiss your ass. I mean, that's just all there is to it. They said, look, man, I'm opening up, okay? Don't send your goons around here, all right? Because we all opening. And we ain't worried about what you got to say either. So, people, July 4th, go hang out with some folks. You know what I'm saying? Have you a cookout or whatever you want to do. Because this is just overall nonsense, as usual. They trying to keep people safe when the, case mortality rate's like, 0.2%. So, I mean, we're going to shut everything down for some 0.2%. Not 50%, not 30%, not 10%, 0.2%. And probably less. This is CDC saying this, okay? Ain't got nothing to do with me. So, Garcetti, yeah, you about the same as old Doug Douchebag. Old Dougie Douche. You just ain't nothing but a hypocrite and a liar, flat out. So y'all, I mean, of course, I appreciate y'all for being here. California, what y'all think? Leave me some comments. I mean, I don't know if y'all staying there right now. I mean, the only thing I suggest is that you get out, escape from LA. You know what I'm saying? We're going back to the movie. I have to wall that place off. Somebody got to get out and just wall it off and just throw all the riffraff there. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If y'all did, please give me the thumbs up, rate it, share it, subscribe. More content, hit the notification bell. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.